you have ever dreamed of owning a Toyota for way less than sticker price, now might be your chance. But why are Toyotas, a brand known for reliability and resale value, suddenly hard to sell? Is it because of bad redesigns, shocking price hikes, or are people just losing interest in Toyota altogether? Stay tuned as we reveal the 7 Toyota models struggling to find buyers. And trust me, the last one on this list is a complete shocker: Toyota Crown. For years, the Toyota Avalon served as the brand's flagship full-size sedan, offering a spacious interior, smooth ride quality, and a price tag that positioned it as a smart alternative to more expensive luxury automobiles. However, Toyota decided to discontinue the Avalon and replace it with something entirely different: the Toyota Crown. This move was intended to reinvent the full-size sedan market by introducing a vehicle that blended the characteristics of both a sedan and a sport utility vehicle. The idea was bold, but the execution left buyers more confused than excited. At first glance, the Toyota Crown does not look like a typical sedan. Its high riding stance, lifted body design, and coupe-like roofline make it difficult to classify. Toyota calls it a sedan, but with a ride height closer to a crossover and an unconventional silhouette, it does not fully appeal to either sedan enthusiasts or sport utility vehicle buyers. Consumers who love traditional sedans appreciate sleek, low-profile designs, while those shopping for sport utility vehicles prioritize practicality and cargo space. The Toyota Crown attempts to cater to both markets, but in doing so, it struggles to satisfy either. One of the biggest problems with the Toyota Crown is its pricing. The starting price for the base model exceeds $40,000, while higher trim levels push beyond $50,000. This places it in direct competition with established luxury brands that offer more prestige, better materials, and superior technology. Buyers who are looking for an upscale driving experience often opt for a well-equipped luxury sedan from a German manufacturer or a similarly priced luxury crossover that offers more space and features. This pricing miscalculation has left many potential customers questioning whether the Toyota Crown provides enough value for its cost. Toyota attempted to differentiate the Crown by making it exclusively available with a hybrid powertrain. While hybrid technology is a smart move in today's market, Toyota already offers a far more affordable and well-established hybrid sedan, the Toyota Camry Hybrid. The Camry Hybrid provides excellent fuel efficiency at a significantly lower price, making it a more practical choice for buyers who prioritize savings at the fuel pump. This overlap within Toyota's lineup has further diminished the Crown's appeal, as consumers fail to see a compelling reason to choose it over the more cost-effective and familiar Camry Hybrid. Adding to its challenges, the Toyota Crown has struggled to generate excitement. Unlike the Avalon, which had a loyal following of buyers who appreciated its premium features and traditional sedan styling, the Crown has no clear target audience. Younger buyers who want sportier styling gravitate toward other options, while traditional full-size sedan buyers find the design too unconventional. This lack of a defined identity has contributed to sluggish sales, forcing Toyota dealerships to take aggressive measures to move inventory. But the Crown is not the only Toyota struggling. In fact, the next one on our list has buyers downright angry at its design choices: Toyota GR Supra. When Toyota announced the return of the legendary Supra, fans of the brand were ecstatic. The Toyota Supra had long been one of the most iconic Japanese sports cars, known for its powerful performance, aggressive styling, and status as a tuner favorite. For decades, enthusiasts had been hoping for a new Supra that would continue the legacy of the revered fourth-generation model. However, when the latest Toyota GR Supra finally arrived, it quickly became clear that it was not the car many fans had envisioned. One of the most controversial aspects of the Toyota GR Supra is that it is not entirely a Toyota product. The automobile was developed in partnership with a German luxury car manufacturer, and as a result, it shares its platform, engine, transmission, and much of its interior with a vehicle from that manufacturer's lineup. While this collaboration resulted in a capable performance automobile, many Toyota purists were disappointed. They had hoped for a Supra that was designed and engineered in-house by Toyota, staying true to the company's tradition of producing legendary Japanese performance machines. Instead, the Toyota GR Supra feels like a rebadged version of a German sports coupe, which has left many buyers questioning its authenticity. For performance car enthusiasts, brand identity is crucial. Buyers in this market want more than just speed. They want an automobile that embodies a brand's philosophy and heritage. The Toyota GR Supra, despite its impressive performance capabilities, does not fully feel like a Toyota. This has led some potential buyers to look elsewhere, particularly at domestic muscle cars that offer more power and a distinct identity. Competitors in the same price range, such as performance-focused models from American brands, provide rear-wheel drive thrills with larger and more powerful 8-cylinder engines, making them a more appealing choice for those seeking an authentic driving experience. Another issue plaguing the Toyota GR Supra is its depreciation. Unlike past Toyota models that maintained strong resale value due to their reputation for reliability, the GR Supra has been depreciating faster than expected. This is likely due to its branding confusion, as well as the fact that many sports car buyers view it as a temporary alternative rather than a long-term investment. When buyers purchase a sports car, they expect it to hold its value over time, especially if it carries a legendary nameplate. However, with the Toyota GR Supra, early adopters are already seeing steep drops in resale prices, making it less attractive as a long-term purchase. Recognizing the challenges, Toyota dealerships have begun slashing prices and offering significant incentives on the GR Supra. Special financing deals, cashback offers, and dealer discounts have become common in an effort to clear inventory. In some cases, dealers have reduced the price by thousands of dollars just to move these automobiles off the lot. This level of discounting is unusual for a Toyota sports car, highlighting the struggle Toyota is facing in convincing buyers that the GR Supra is worth its price tag. But sports cars are not the only ones struggling. Toyota's first all-electric vehicle is in serious trouble. Toyota bZ4X. In an era where range anxiety remains one of the biggest concerns for potential electric vehicle buyers, Toyota's first attempt at a fully electric vehicle has fallen disappointingly short. While rival manufacturers such as Tesla, Hyundai, and Ford have successfully engineered models capable of traveling well beyond 300 miles on a single charge, the Toyota bZ4X lags significantly behind. The estimated driving range varies depending on the trim and driving conditions, but many owners report that real-world performance does not meet expectations. For a brand with Toyota's reputation, failing to deliver a competitive range has severely impacted consumer confidence. Adding to its troubles, the Toyota bZ4X suffers from a lack of a robust charging network, which makes long-distance travel an inconvenience. Companies such as Tesla have spent years perfecting their fast charging infrastructure, allowing owners to access a seamless and reliable charging experience. Even traditional automakers such as Hyundai and Ford have formed partnerships to ensure that their electric vehicles are supported by widespread charging networks. Toyota, on the other hand, entered the electric vehicle market without an extensive charging ecosystem in place. As a result, Toyota bZ4X owners must rely on third-party public chargers, which are often unreliable, expensive, and slower than the dedicated networks provided by Tesla and other competitors. For many buyers, the uncertainty surrounding charging availability is enough to deter them from purchasing the vehicle altogether. Depreciation is another major concern for those considering the Toyota bZ4X. Historically, Toyota vehicles have held their value exceptionally well, making them a smart investment for long-term ownership. However, this electric model is proving to be an exception. Unlike the Toyota Prius or Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, which have strong resale values due to their reliability and fuel efficiency, the Toyota bZ4X has not inspired the same level of trust. Early buyers are already seeing steep depreciation, making it one of the riskiest Toyota purchases in recent history. The uncertainty surrounding electric vehicle battery longevity, Toyota's slow adaptation to the fully electric market, and its failure to deliver a compelling product have all contributed to its weak resale performance. Recognizing the poor market reception, Toyota dealerships have started rolling out aggressive pricing incentives to move units off the lot. Many dealerships are offering steep discounts, low-interest financing, and lease deals that significantly undercut the competition. However, these discounts raise an important question. If Toyota has to work this hard to sell its first fully electric vehicle, is it truly worth the investment? The struggles of the Toyota bZ4X highlight a larger issue: Toyota's hesitation to fully embrace the electric revolution. While other automakers have been aggressively developing and improving their electric vehicle offerings, Toyota has remained overly reliant on hybrid technology. This reluctance has cost them a valuable head start in the electric vehicle industry, allowing competitors to surpass them in both technology and infrastructure. The Toyota bZ4X should have been a game changer, a bold statement that Toyota was ready to take on Tesla and the new wave of electric innovation. Instead, it has become a cautionary tale of what happens when a company waits too long to adapt. But if you thought Toyota struggled with electric vehicles, wait until you see what happened to their once best-selling truck, Toyota Tacoma. For years, the Toyota Tacoma was the undisputed king of mid-sized trucks, known for its rugged reliability, off-road capabilities, and affordability. However, something has changed, and now the Toyota Tacoma is struggling to attract buyers, with many loyal customers turning to other brands or holding on to their older models instead of upgrading. So, what went wrong? One of the biggest factors behind the Toyota Tacoma's declining sales is its skyrocketing price. The Tacoma was once considered an affordable alternative to full-size trucks, offering great performance at a reasonable cost. However, Toyota's decision to move production to Mexico did not result in cost savings for consumers. Instead, the company increased prices across the lineup, making it nearly as expensive as some full-size competitors. Higher trims of the Toyota Tacoma now reach prices that were once reserved for full-size models, with some versions exceeding $60,000. This pricing strategy has alienated budget-conscious buyers, who are now looking at more affordable mid-size alternatives from Nissan and Ford, or even considering upgrading to full-size trucks for a better value proposition. Another major issue is the lack of availability of lower trim models. Toyota dealerships have adjusted their inventory strategy to focus on selling high-end trims, packed with features that drive up the final cost. As a result, buyers searching for a basic work truck, one of the key demographics that made the Toyota Tacoma successful in the first place, are left with limited options. If a buyer wants a no-frills, affordable mid-sized truck, they may have to search extensively or pay thousands more for features they do not need. This shift in strategy has frustrated traditional Tacoma buyers, pushing them to consider rival brands such as the Nissan Frontier or Ford Ranger, both of which offer a better mix of affordability and features. Additionally, Toyota has failed to keep up with modern truck market demands. While competitors have focused on enhancing towing capacity, fuel efficiency, and interior comfort, the Toyota Tacoma has largely remained the same. Many of its features and technologies feel outdated compared to rival models, and with truck buyers becoming increasingly discerning, they are now more likely to cross-shop and find better alternatives. The perception that Toyota is resting on its past reputation instead of innovating has hurt the Toyota Tacoma's desirability. The impact of these miscalculations is evident on dealership lots, where Tacomas are sitting unsold for longer periods. Many dealerships have started offering discounts and special financing offers to try to move inventory, but even these incentives are not enough to convince buyers. As a result, Toyota is in a tough spot. The Tacoma, once a guaranteed bestseller, is now struggling to justify its price tag against stiff competition. Loyal Tacoma fans who once upgraded every few years are now holding on to their older models rather than paying premium prices for a new one. Others are switching brands altogether, looking for better value elsewhere. The Toyota Tacoma has always been a reliable and respected name, but if Toyota does not adjust its pricing and feature offerings soon, it risks losing its dominance in the mid-size truck segment. Speaking of overpriced Toyota models, let's talk about the full-size truck that has left dealerships desperate. Toyota Tundra. One of the most controversial decisions Toyota made with the latest generation of the Tundra was removing the beloved 8-cylinder engine. Instead of the naturally aspirated 8-cylinder power plant that truck owners had trusted for years, Toyota replaced it with a turbocharged 6-cylinder engine. On paper, this change might seem like a smart move, as turbocharged engines can offer better fuel efficiency and higher torque output. However, many truck buyers are skeptical about the long-term reliability of forced induction engines in full-size pickups. The 8-cylinder engine was known for its dependability and longevity, while the 6-cylinder turbocharged engine raises concerns about potential maintenance issues down the road. truck buyers, especially those who use their vehicles for heavy-duty tasks, are reluctant to invest in an engine that has not yet proven itself in terms of durability. Another major issue that has caused a decline in demand for the Tundra is its price. The Toyota Tundra was once a reasonably priced alternative to American-made full-size trucks, but that is no longer the case. The latest models have seen a dramatic increase in price, with well-equipped versions reaching well over $70,000. At this price point, buyers can consider premium full-size trucks from competing brands that offer more features, better interiors, and stronger towing capacity. The Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Ram 1500 provide competitive alternatives that boast better fuel economy, higher payload capacities, and more comfortable cabins for a similar or even lower price. The pricing issue has led to a surplus of unsold Toyota Tundra trucks sitting on dealership lots. In response, dealerships have been forced to introduce significant discounts, with some dealers slashing prices by as much as $10,000 in an attempt to clear inventory. This level of price cutting was once unheard of for a Toyota truck, especially given the brand's strong reputation for retaining value. These discounts indicate that the demand for the new Tundra is weaker than expected, and dealerships are struggling to attract buyers who are now looking elsewhere for better deals. Another factor contributing to the Toyota Tundra's struggle is shifting consumer preferences. The full-size truck market is still strong, but many buyers are holding on to their older models longer, instead of upgrading to new ones. High interest rates and inflation have made large vehicle purchases less attractive, and consumers who previously upgraded their trucks every few years are now waiting longer before making their next purchase. The used truck market remains strong, and many buyers are opting for lower mileage pre-owned models instead of financing a brand new Tundra at an inflated price. For those in the market for a full-size truck, now may be the best time to negotiate a deal on a Toyota Tundra. With dealerships desperate to clear inventory, buyers who are patient and willing to bargain could walk away with significant savings. However, potential buyers should ask themselves an important question before making a purchase. If a truck needs this many discounts to sell, is it truly worth the price? But the Toyota Tundra is not even the most overpriced vehicle in the lineup. This next model is a legendary nameplate that buyers refuse to pay for. Toyota Land Cruiser. Gone is the legendary 8-cylinder engine that made previous versions of the Toyota Land Cruiser so dependable and powerful. Instead, Toyota has replaced it with a turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid powertrain, a drastic departure from what longtime Land Cruiser fans expect. While this engine may offer better fuel efficiency, it raises concerns about long-term durability and reliability, two qualities that made the Land Cruiser an icon. Buyers who once appreciated the old model for its rugged simplicity, raw power, and ability to last for decades are now questioning whether the new version can truly live up to the Land Cruiser name. The shift to a smaller, turbocharged engine also adds another layer of skepticism, as many off-road and overland enthusiasts favor naturally aspirated engines for their reliability and ease of maintenance in remote areas. Another major issue is the price. Toyota initially promised a more affordable return for the Land Cruiser, a move that excited longtime fans. However, despite this claim, the starting price still exceeds $60,000, making it a significant investment for buyers who expected a more budget-friendly version. While this price is technically lower than some previous models, it does not compensate for the loss of power, engine size, and legacy reliability that buyers once valued. This has led many potential customers to look elsewhere for alternatives, with some opting to purchase used Land Cruisers instead of committing to the new model. Older Land Cruisers, particularly those equipped with 8-cylinder engines, continue to hold their value exceptionally well. Many of these models have become highly sought after, often commanding prices close to, or even exceeding, the cost of the new version. The fact that demand for previous Land Cruiser generations remains so strong while the latest model struggles to sell is a troubling sign for Toyota. Beyond engine concerns, the increased competition in the off-road and overland vehicle market is making things even more difficult for the new Land Cruiser. Buyers who want a serious off-road machine now have more options than ever before. Brands like Jeep, Ford, and Land Rover have stepped up their game, offering vehicles that provide comparable or superior off-road capability at competitive prices. Models such as the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, Ford Bronco and Land Rover Defender are proving to be strong competitors, not just in terms of raw performance, but also in brand recognition and modern features. These vehicles offer better technology, customizable off-road packages, and a variety of powertrain options, giving buyers more flexibility to choose a model that fits their specific needs. Meanwhile, Toyota's decision to limit the Land Cruiser to a single powertrain option and price it at luxury levels makes it difficult for the vehicle to stand out in an increasingly crowded market. Toyota dealerships are already feeling the pressure from slow sales. When Toyota announced the return of the Land Cruiser, the company expected nostalgia alone to drive demand. Many assumed that buyers would flock to showrooms simply because of the Land Cruiser name, but the reality has been very different. Dealerships are now offering aggressive financing deals, low interest rates, and cashback incentives to make the vehicle more appealing to hesitant buyers. Despite these efforts, the Land Cruiser is sitting on lots longer than expected, and sales numbers are not meeting Toyota's expectations. So the question remains, will Toyota listen to customer feedback and make adjustments, or will the Land Cruiser continue to struggle as buyers shift their focus to other off-road vehicles? But if there is one Toyota model that proves price hikes do not always work, it is this next full-size sport utility vehicle, Toyota Sequoia. This model's latest iteration has left many consumers scratching their heads, as Toyota has made significant changes to both the vehicle's design and pricing strategy. The starting price for the latest Toyota Sequoia now hovers close to $80,000, a shocking figure that places it in direct competition with luxury sport utility vehicles, such as the Cadillac Escalade and Lincoln Navigator. While Toyota has historically built a reputation for reliability and practicality, this price point forces buyers to reconsider their options. When given the choice between a Toyota and a high-end luxury brand that offers superior refinement, comfort, and technology, many buyers are walking away from the Sequoia entirely. One of the biggest missteps Toyota has made with the latest Sequoia is its attempt to position the model as a competitor to premium luxury vehicles. Toyota has traditionally thrived in the mainstream and mid-range segments, where buyers prioritize longevity and dependability over cutting-edge technology or opulent interior features. However, by pushing the Sequoia's price into the luxury segment, Toyota has created an identity crisis for the vehicle. Buyers who are shopping in this price range expect an unparalleled driving experience, complete with plush materials, advanced technology, and a whisper-quiet ride. Unfortunately, the Sequoia falls short of these expectations, failing to deliver the same level of luxury and exclusivity that buyers can find in brands like Cadillac, Lincoln, or even Lexus. Another critical issue that has alienated longtime Toyota customers is the company's decision to make the Sequoia hybrid only, instead of offering a traditional 8-cylinder engine, which has long been a favorite among large sport utility vehicle enthusiasts. Toyota has opted for a hybrid powertrain that pairs a turbocharged 6-cylinder engine with an electric motor. On paper, this decision appears to be a step toward improved fuel efficiency and environmental sustainability. However, in practice, it has created hesitation among consumers who prefer the raw power and proven reliability of a naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine. Many full-size sport utility vehicle buyers are skeptical about whether the hybrid system can withstand years of demanding use, particularly for towing and off-road applications. As a result, instead of attracting new customers, this change has driven potential buyers toward competing models that still offer traditional powertrains. In addition to its mechanical and pricing challenges, the Toyota Sequoia also faces another major issue: an uncomfortable ride quality. Unlike many of its competitors, which utilize fully independent rear suspension systems to enhance comfort, the Sequoia retains a more rigid setup that compromises ride smoothness, particularly for passengers seated in the third row. This oversight is especially concerning given the price point, as buyers expect a refined and composed driving experience when they are spending nearly 6 figures on a full-size sport utility vehicle. Many rival brands have invested heavily in improving ride comfort, offering adaptive suspension systems and air ride technology that make long-distance travel more enjoyable. In contrast, the Sequoia's truck-like handling and stiffer suspension have made it feel outdated compared to the competition. Due to these miscalculations, Toyota dealerships are struggling to sell the Sequoia, and inventory is beginning to pile up on dealership lots. Historically, Toyota models have sold with little to no incentives, as their reputation for long-term reliability has kept demand consistently high. Toyota has built its reputation on reliability, but with rising prices, questionable redesigns, and changing consumer preferences, some models are struggling to sell, with dealerships offering massive discounts. Is this the perfect time to buy? Or are these cars still not worth the price? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you take the deal or walk away?